Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the...
Throwing on first is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
2nd down following the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And a chance here to make this a 2-score swing, maybe even take the lead.
And it wasn't that long ago in this game. They looked like they were a little bit out of it, didn't they? But how about the safety? Get the ball back. Now a chance to take the lead. They are roaring on offense.
Yeah, you just kind of feel a fresh juice on their side.
Definitely. This is going to sound a little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Bulldozes past him. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now
whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Wentz on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come up in an offset eye. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he pulls over him. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it's set.
And moving the ball downfield.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Wentz now to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have... Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just meant...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Tackle made there by Justin Durant. 7 yards to go on 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Now Wentz finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. Fighting through. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Working from the gun. Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere. A loss of yardage.
Now Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now come the Eagles, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And an alley to run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one good. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Now Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a loss of 2. Now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 2 yards on that play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Oh, man. Fourth down and 1, and you're on your own side of midfield. That takes a little bit of courage to pull off. But they went ahead and snapped it, and it'll work out for them as they get the first down.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. Now that was an impressive drive. But I think we're going to talk about being way more impressive because of who.
Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
boys. Coming out of yesterday's practice, we all good enough. Today's practice,
Now let's go! Green, 30. Here we go now. Green, 30. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30. Here we go now. Green. All right, here we go. Green, 30. Set, blue, landing. Hot. Now let's go. Blue, landing. Hot. Hurry up, here we go. Blue. Now let's go. Green. Here we go now. Green, 30. Here we go now. Blue. Set. Blue. Hot. Now let's go. Green. Set. Green. All right, here we go. Green, 30. Set. Blue, landing. Here we go now. Blue, landing. Here we go now. Blue, landing. Blue, landing. Hot.
all right, man. Every day is an opportunity to get better. We got to get better today. What I want to know is
Here we
who's
go
excited
now.
to
Blue,
work.
landing. Hot.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
His throw incomplete.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Calling no gain there, and it leads to... Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I'm actually surprised they didn't get out of that play. I didn't see anyone pressing the line of scrimmage for the defense.
On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defense.
Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offense.
And he lost the football. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. So the defense there, opportunistic. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Jonathan Casillas there on the tackle.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll make it 4th. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And they'll go on the ground. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Offense in a good spot here. Second the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first